My family treated me like a virus my entire life, so I turned into one. They treated me like I was their human punching bag. Their favorite game was, how many ways can we make her feel worthless today? And they were really good at it. They were the type of people who could twist anything into a reason to hate me. If I got straight A's, I was a show-off trying to feel special. If I cleaned the kitchen, Mom said, trying to erase how useless you are, there was nothing I could do right. They said I cleaned the trusted with a set of house keys. So every day after school, they were the like a forgotten package. No matter wider. The winter, I called the house, my cat's outside side like for 2 minutes for like a word of the excels. My hamster vanished from a locked cage, and when I asked, Mom just smirked and said, maybe he got tired of living with me. Then my rabbit disappeared, and Dad claimed coyotes, but I saw the blood on the shovel in the garage. By middle school, they were going through my room every week. They called it cleaning, but really they just wanted to violate my privacy for entertainment. They'd read my diary out loud at dinner and laughed at my feelings like it was comedy hour. Mom would hold up my drawings and mock them in exaggerated voices while Jake practiced his cruelest comments. They'd even invited Springs Lever sometimes just to watch the show. Nothing was ever private or stage from them. They was even voice on from Mercer. They found the sounds voices to Orlando and told me someone you just save from and watch the house. They did me $20 for 2 weeks of food and took off laughing about their family trip. I watched them post pictures with Mickey Mouse while I ate peanut butter sandwiches alone. Something in me broke after that. The next morning I was so furious I started aggressively cleaning the yard. They left me a whole list of chores to do while they lived it up in Florida. I was ripping out weeds with my bare hands, not caring about anything anymore. When I fell face first into a massive patch of poison ivy, I was covered head to toe in the stuff. I sat there waiting for the inevitable burning and blisters. I was watching them. At least I pain with mash I felt inside. I looking Ivan. Hours passed. I started to do perfectly plainer. I tested some more, and that's when everything glitched. I was bleeding. At least exactly how I would get back at them. I spent those 2 weeks gathering every poisonous plant I could find. Poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, all went into buckets. I crushed them up wearing dish gloves and extracted the oils. It looked like honey when I was done, but I knew it was pure itching hell in liquid form. The bathroom was like a pharmacy. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotions everywhere. Mom had at least 10 different perfumes, and Dad had his cologne collection. Jake had enough Axe body for it tug of horse. I added my official oil to every single bottle, just enough to make them absolute unmissable. The ratchet spotted 2 days of Freddy back. Dad flashed his cough and colorway. Mom side jokes like shit that affects bodies killers all steroids. Jake tried absolute tears when his chest and back erupted in welts. They tried drugstore creams, switched soaps, even blamed the laundry detergent. Nothing worked. The more they scratched, the worse it got. The best part was that I used all the same products and my skin stayed perfectly clear. I even pretended to be worried and suggested maybe it was something in the water. They threw out everything and bought all new hypoallergenic products. They spent thousands of dollars they didn't have on treatments while I watched them scratch themselves raw. Everything they touched me in anger, they didn't flush those because I had poison ivy rubbed into my sleeves. If they shoved me, they just scratched me out the next morning. The stuff being trays they'd hangs. I finally got out of there at 18 and they go, they maybe it was me because I had toasters because I'm too beaten down to pull off something that elaborate. And eventually the products ran out and the rashes faded. But the beautiful thing is they're still scratching 3 years later. Not from poison ivy anymore, but from stress-induced eczema that flares up every time they scratch. Every unexplained rash sends them spiraling. I used to beg them to see me. Now they feel me every day.